Hello all, here we continue with the sixth part of this tutorial, modeling, texturing and lighting an interior in 3dsmax using Vray. So let's get started. So we have started with the texturing part over here. So let's continue with it. So let's texture this particular frames over here. So what we can do over here is we can select this. Let's go into the material and go into standard. And let's give some kind of a texture to this particular frames. So let's give a texture. So we have some wall textures, painting textures. We have a paintings, so we can apply those paintings on that. So we can go into this my new textures and let's preview all this texture. So this, we have one texture over here. We can assign this texture. Now if you press Control I is inverse option, and you can give a bit of a wooden frame to it. So if you have a wooden texture, you can give a wooden texture, or you can give a bit of a wooden color, frame color to it. So you can give a dark wooden color to it. So select this image again, select this again. So let's give another texture over here, V-Ray material. Let's go into the bitmap and you can take this texture. So we have this after rain. So inverse it and give this texture. Great. Select this again, select, go over here, the standard V-Ray material. I'll take a bitmap. So we have different bitmaps. You can give this and assign it. Control I is for inverse, and you can assign this. So you can check out the slots, remaining slots. Okay, so now we have this book textures over here. So what we can do is we can just apply this random book textures over here. So you can apply this book textures. So you can use a UVW map over here and make it a map, take it a box and convert to editable poly. So what you can do over here is you can just delete all this elements and let's take a copy of it from here, duplicate it, just duplicate this over here and shift this down. So you can select all these books over here and delete it, and you can take a copy of all this. And you can shift it inside over here. So you can just duplicate it. So as many duplicates you want, you can take the duplicates. So you can just shift it down. And push it over here. So we can get a copy of all these books over here. So let's give one more texture over here for this particular book. You can give this texture and you can use a UVW map over here and take it as a box. and you can use this also, and right click, convert to editable poly. You can give a kind of ceramic material. If you want to give a ceramic material over here, so you can give a ceramic material to the glass, or if you have any kind of a glass texture, you can give a glass texture to it. So let's see over here. So you can select this, you can select all this, you can just select all this, select all the rods over here, and select all these rods, and you have a metal texture. You can assign this metal texture over here and give it a box. So you have assigned a metal texture on top of it. So if you want to make it fit, you can use a fit option over here. So you have a fit option, so you can easily fit this metal texture over here. Select this, and you can give a bit of a black kind of a texture over here. So let's take as a Vray material, and you can give a bit of a grayish tone, and you can give a bit of a reflection to it. That's it. Now select this piano, so let's go into standard. Let's take a Vray material, go into this material part, and let's check out. There is a kind of a black shader or something. You can assign it. So you can assign this shader on top of it, and also you can give a bit of reflection to it. So you can assign the same kind of a shader. You can assign the same shader. Press Ctrl I, go to the top, and we have a kind of a fabric texture. So you can give this fabric texture on top of it. Now for the keys, you can use a black and white material also. If you want to use a black and white material or black and white color, so you can just select all this elements. For the black, so you can go into this outliner, and if you have this, you can select one by one. So if you try to move this, so this all your boxes selected. So we need to select this. So you need to check it out in a much better way. So you can rename all this. So you can just go on selecting it. Let's see, we've selected all. Okay. Or you can, what you can do over here is, we have a simple option. You can just go and select all this. So you can use this Alt and Shift option. Notice. So as you can see, all your white is selected. So now you can go into this standard V-Ray material and we'll give a total white color to it. Press Ctrl. Okay. So now if you press Ctrl I, so if you press Ctrl I, so rest of everything will be selected. So let's exclude all this area. So you can exclude all this. Okay. So now if you try to move this, you can only move the black ones. So you can take again, go into standard V-Ray material and take a black color to it, assign it. So you have a bit of reflection. You can give a bit of reflection to the black and a bit of reflection to the white. So you can select this. We have a bit of a black material or black shader. So you can shift this, can assign it. Select this three elements and you can rename all the textures if required. You can rename it and you can give this again as a UVW map and you can fit over here. So now select this over here. So select this planar map. Select this over here. You can select the top area and we have an option over here that is V-Ray light material. You can assign this light material over here. Press Ctrl I, that is for inverse, and you can give again a metal texture. So you can use a UVW map and take it as a box. So if you want, take it in some kind of a cylindrical, so you can take it as a cylindrical also. You can make it, you can fit it. So as you can see, you have a texture which is in the form of a cylindrical map. So now we do have some more shaders. So you can select this, go into standard V-Ray material, go over here, take a bitmap and you can check out some styles over here. So you can use this, assign it and inverse it and give a brown shader. So same thing over here. Go into standard V-Ray material and let's change the texture over here. Okay, you can assign this, inverse it, and you have this shader. So select this again, this one, select it. So you can take again a new texture, standard, Vray material, and you can take any texture over here. Okay, you can take this and assign it. Control I, the same way, the inverse part, and you can apply this brown texture over here. Click OK. So now you can use a bit of a box for creating a roof, a basic roof. You can just create a basic roof on the top as it is required. So you can resize it, you can resize a bit. Material, again you can go into this material, standard, Vray material, and you can give a bit of a light yellowish texture. And assign it. So you can press C for the camera view. So now as you can see, you can just go and make it as shaded. So as you can see, we have assigned for all the stuff. So thanks for watching this tutorial. We'll continue in the next part.